Start recording. Okay. Hello all and welcome to Artist Live Ustream channel. I'm Terhi Koskinen from Finland and guesting tonight, and we are going to make this cute little Christmas card. Yes. So I'm turning the camera now and here we go. Okay, another one. Sorry. Here we go. Okay. Hello, Aga. Scrapbruche or something like that. Let me just check this out. Okay. So here's the card, and for those who haven't known me for a while, I haven't done cards a lot. I'm really not a card maker, but I thought it would be fun to make a card because I have some nice techniques I'm going to do with this card. We are starting with the background, and it's made with transfer technique, which I learned from Olga Heldwain. I asked her permission to spread the word of transfers because I love transferring things, but we are not starting with that. We are starting with this triangle thing. Someone is card song from. Okay, yeah, so we are starting with this triangle, which is kind of a Christmas tree or something, and I'm using chipboards to make that. But as you see closely, we have something going on this background as well, and first we are doing that. And for that background we need pen pastels. Pen pastels are my favorite, and you don't need to do anything for your paper. You can just use your pen pastels. This is a simple white cardstock, and other side is textured and the other side is completely smooth. Is that the right word? And I'm using the smooth side because I want it to be smooth and not seeing anything there. So I'm using Pan Pastel soft tools. These are a little harder than makeup sponge or any other sponge, so that's why they are better for pan pastels than anything else. If you like pan pastels, I recommend you to keep on watching mine and Riikka Kovasin's vlogs, because we are having something fun happening before Christmas. It's a secret, so don't tell anyone. Okay, so I'm adding a little layer of this. This was Böfter named this color. This is a little lighter than regular gray. It's almost silver, and I thought the silver would match perfectly for this one. So here's a little layer. I'm not using any fixative now, but I'm using Versamark ink because we want to have something nice here. This stamp is from Creative what's the word? Creative Embellishments. Sorry, I forgot the word. It's a simple text, nothing special, and just stamping on top of the pan pastels randomly. I'm not doing any pattern. I just want to have this text here. And as you see, the Versamark ink won't show up before I'm taking another round with pan pastel. This probably don't see, well, you can see it. The stamped area is showing now again with much more darker thing. Sorry, my computer is doing something stupid, showing some advertisement. So yes, this is it. And now, as we are using pen pastels, you always should use some kind of fixative with pen pastels, because this color will spread and stick to your hands if you touch it or something. But I'm so poor, I don't have a good fixative, so I'm using a regular hairspray. Just a tiny layer. It keeps it together, but I can't recommend you to use hairspray because it's not really fixative, and you have lots of chemicals there and stuff like that, so it might hurt your artwork later. So now we are preparing this triangle, and we are doing the same thing with Versamark. Just adding, this is a I think almost everyone have tried embossing, and this is just embossing. I'm doing 2 layers of embossing powders. First I'm doing a white layer, and then I'm doing some glitter, because it's Christmas card and you need to have some glitter there, right? So I'm just adding some powder, taking this off, this one as well, shaking the excess off, and sorry, but I have to use my heat gun and I'm reading the chat at the same time, so keep on hanging there. Okay, I need some kind of tool to get them here because my hand is burning. Okay, there. Some. Great. My heat gun is from hardware store, so it's really powerful, and I always burn my thumbs with it. So another layer of embossing ink. Sometimes it's nice to do ombre effects with embossing inks. Have you ever tried? Okay, who's anonymous? Hi Ida, my dear Ida, how I miss you. We had this event last month in Poland, mixed media party, and I'm so in love with Polish people and Poland, and oh, it was such a blast, and I hope to do it again soon, and it was so much fun. So anyway, as you see, this is very shiny, and I don't have this layer on that sample card, but it's always nice to do something much nicer for this actual project. So now I'm heating these two. Just a minute. Stay there. Good question, Janelle. Sorry, I forgot to say these are chipboards. these are also from Creative Embellishments. These are some basic chipboards, just about 2 millimeters thick basic chipboards. I haven't tried with die cut paper to do this, but why not? It should be okay. So now we have our triangle background and we have our triangles. So now I'm gluing this down. Usually I'm gluing with gel medium, but because I want it to be dry quite quickly, I'm using tacky glue. And just a small tiny layer there. Here it goes. Now I have this one extra one, but I will use it later. So here it goes. Now it can dry for a while. And we are going to transfer. Yippee! Again, I want to say that I have learned this technique of transferring images from Olga Healthway, and I'm very grateful for her to teach me this, because this was so much fun. I have this old book. This is some kind of dictionary. I found it from my husband's late grandpa, and I of course told it because I love old books. And as you see, this is quite yellow, but I love the text. The text is so well, I love this text. So this transfer technique is so beautiful to get to the background without the yellow thing. And I'm using 13/0 clear gesso to make this, but you can use oh, Olga is saying it's not mine. Yeah, I know, but I want to give you all the honor because you taught me this, and I'm very grateful. Anyway, so I'm using clear gesso, but you can use white gesso, or you can use, well, gel medium, but I prefer this 13/0 clear gesso because, as you see, it's really liquid. I'm taking a brush to show you. This is really plop plop plop, really liquid. I'm making a thin layer of this gesso, and this card is also from 13/0 store. I think this was Anita's or something, but really a basic white cardboard. And of course you can do this transferring technique to anything, like to your art journals or scrapbook pages, or oops, oh, I have this gesso all over me, but don't mind. Okay, now I have a little layer, thin layer of gesso there, and I'm adding the thing I'm going to want there. If you are transferring any stamped images, or you want your text to be readable is that a word even? Anyway, if you want to have some word there, you need to remember you get the mirror image of that. Okay, so now we just need to get this without air. There shouldn't be any air between the cardboard and the transferring paper. And before we are ripping it off, we need to make sure it's completely dry. And you can use heat gun to make it completely dry, but I prefer to let it dry over the night, because you know I'm a little neurotic about these things, and I have time. So this one I did last night, so we'll hope this will work tonight. So this is just exactly done like the other one, and it's completely dry. You can little rip it and it all sticks there. So I'm ripping the excess off first, all the excess like that, but it's not pretty yet, right? So we need some water. This is water, even though it's my silver mist, but it's water now. I'm taking this sample card away, adding some water to make this paper go like this. Can you see? It's magic! Yeah! Okay, now I'm reading the chat while I'm ripping this paper off. If you have some extra skin in your fingers, now you are getting it off right away. It's like going to some beauty salon or something, but don't rub too hard. And if you had any air between the layers, now you will see it, because it won't, the image won't stick there if there was any air. So I'm just ripping this off. Okay, Karen is leaving. That's sad, but I completely understand. We all have our duties. So thank you, Karen, for helping me with the voice, and we'll see you next week. Anyway, this is how this happens. Can you see it? It's so nice. It's going away. And because I have my fingers already this is the ready one. I'm not ripping it all because we have a limited time, and otherwise we would be here for all night. I'm just a little drying my table because it's completely wet at the moment. Okay, so in this sample we have this modeling paste stars on the background, but I'm preferring some more glitter today because we have this star, glitter star, and I want to continue it. So I'm making my own glitter thing. We are not going to need the gesso right now, but we are going to need the gel medium. My little friend called gel medium. And we need paint. This is white and silver glitter paint from 13 Arts. And I have white iridescent glitter, 0.4 millimeters thick, if you want to know all the specs. Sorry, I'm searching for some stick to add this paint. Always shake your paints, and I'm adding some here. Maybe too much. We have some glitter in this paint, but I want to have a lot of glitter because glitter is nice, especially during the Christmas time. It's like you must have glitter if you have Christmas. And now I'm adding some gel medium to make it really sticky and pasty. If you wish to have even more thicker paste, you can add magic powder. This gel medium is also from 13 Arts. I think I'm going to add some powder. Just a minute. Here we have, and we need some kind of tool. Just a little this will be totally now I lost the word. It's not going to be gray when it's dry, it's going to be clear. Okay. Yeah, I love doing these chemistry things. Okay. And I'm using 13-aught stencil. Okay, someone nice was someone was very nice to adding these links. I hope you will click them and see the products there. So now I'm just adding this paste through the stencil like this. Okay, this is really liquid, but I don't mind. Should use more of this magic powder. Let's see. Okay, it's almost good. Yeah. As I said, I'm not a card maker, but I'm doing better all the time. This is actually quite fun, and like last year I didn't send a single one Christmas card, which is kind of a weird. All my relatives and family was like, why don't you send those beautiful cards? Well, I don't do cards, I do scrapbook layouts and other things. I don't do cards, but maybe I will do some kind of exception this year. So now I'm going to try this a little because it's completely wet, and I'm going to use my little heat gun again, so please wait a minute. Okay, my table is going to be too hot. So if you want to have some kind of crackles on your stars, you can add more of this magic powder, because if you have a really thick paste with this in it, you will have some crackles, and it's a really nice effect. So let me see. Goodbye, Karen. I hope you enjoy your day. So now we have almost everything here, and I hope you get the detail that I didn't draw any circles here. I'm kind of going over the edges right now. So now we are preparing these little gift packages under the Christmas tree, and I'm using this gray paper from 13-aught. This is from Fly Away collection, and it's called Imagine. The other side is a little green and gray, but I'm preferring to do gray and silver today, and I'm using this square bunch to make some gift packages. Maybe one more. And if you do bunches like that, never throw this away, because you can cut it out and use on your scrapbook page or cards between the paper layers. So now we have these, but these are looking boring right now. we need to do something about it, and we will take a pen. This is a black marker, and I'm just, okay, this was too thin, just a minute. Okay, this is, yes, little better. Okay, this is dry. I need more black pens. Who have stole mine? Okay, this will work. So I'm doing this random package like of these. It's a little detail in this card, but you know, I like details. I like to do things with really oh my god, I'm so tired, I don't know the word. Anyway, I want to do everything good and from start to the end, like completely good. You get the point, right? So it doesn't have to be all even, but something like that. And now we are just adding these to this card. Because I don't like flat cards, I want to use something to get it pop out. That's why I'm using these thin 3D foams between the layers. These are quite large, and that's why I'm using just half for one. And just a minute. I almost was saying that Riikka is going to be here next week, but I'm not sure. It might be Karen or someone else. Olga is just telling on the chat that magic powder or what magic powder is, and I didn't have time to read it, but I will read it later. But if you want to do your own pastes of any inks or paints, I really recommend you to try this magic powder, because it makes nice and smooth paste of anything. So now we have our little gifts, and I'm just adding them some first, and then I'm going to add some thread, surprise surprise, and then even more packages. Now I want this thread to be between the layers, so that's why I add first something and then more something. You can use these techniques, which I have made today, completely separately in any project, but I just wanted to add them all together to this one card, because it's going to be Christmas and it's fun, and it's always nice to learn new techniques. Or is she sleeping already? Okay, that must be Ida, because Ida knows that I'm always sleeping. And it's 9:30, something like that, here in Finland, and usually at this point I'm totally asleep. And like I said before, I have been awake for 18 hours right now, so I really don't have no idea what I'm saying, but I try to do this anyway. So now I'm going to find this little tree we made before, but as you see, it's on this paper and we need to cut it out. You can use your craft knife to get smooth and even of it, but I don't mind if it little shows. This glue isn't even completely dry yet, but I don't mind at all. I'm just so happy to be here again, because I love to do crafting. So here we have our little glitter tree. Okay. It's not Olga, it's Ida. Okay, I knew it was Ida. Good for you, Ida. You know that I need a lot of sleep because young people need to sleep a lot. So I'm using again these 3D foams, but of course you can use any like a cardstock behind this tree or behind anything to get it more visible. And right at this point I think I'm going to use some gel medium as well, because if I'm sending this card to someone, this is going to be in post office and they are not taking good care of people's artwork because they are doing their job. So here it goes, like that. Ta-da! We have it almost ready, but not exactly. Ha ha ha! Ida is laughing for me, but that's not a new thing. Okay, now we need our stars and our figures. I used two different kind of figures, not only because I like the way it looks here, but also because if I'm doing a few cards I will lose all my figures, so I wanted to use all of these because I have this a lot of here. So let me just open it and open that. Now where did I put my gel medium? Again, it's here. So I need a tool. I'm adding this gel medium. This works as a glue, just that you don't wonder why I'm adding it. I'm adding a little layer of gel medium here because those stickers won't stay on this chipboard otherwise. Just a little layer. And then we are going to write Mary. I'm starting with R's because these R's are going to be in the middle, like this. And I want to have Y from different kind of alphas right here. What's that? That is E. Marry me. And now we need M. M like my daughter Maya. Okay. Here we have the letters. This gel medium will be clear. I still don't know the word, but it will not be white. And we want to have this little star on the top of this kind of a tree, so that's why I added some gel medium there. These stars are from Freckled Fawn. We had some blue, we have some silver and gold. It's nice. And as you see, it's almost ready, but now we are getting to the important and almost the nicest part of this work, because we are using mist, we are using white splash ink, and we are using black splash ink. Although I'm not sure if we are going to use this all, but let's see how it looks. I'm adding this silver first because it will add even more glitter. You are probably already your head full of glitter, but again, it's going to be Christmas and everyone needs glitter. This is silver mist, pearl mist, also from 13 Arts. This is really nice. This is quite light silver, so you can add it a lot. And I I just love the way you explain your work. I know I talk a lot, but I think it's quite boring if you watch these shows and the artist doesn't speak, and I want to explain why I do these things, because I want you to learn something, and I hope you learn something. So I'm adding some black spots to create some contrast, not much but some, and mostly to this bottom area, because you know it's like Christmas tree, sky and gifts, lots of gifts. Now this wasn't that wise order to add first this black and then white, so I'm not adding this white right now, because if it's going to hit these black dots here, it will go all gray and ugly, and I don't want that to happen. So I might add some white spots later, but really that was it. Yes, Susan, I so agree with you, because if you have glitter, you don't need anything else. You don't need money, you don't need clothes, you don't need food, you just need glitter. Okay, that starts. Now it's better. So, oh, hi Riikka, welcome. Welcome. Welcome and goodbye, because we are finishing up this thing. I really hope you learned something from transfers, which are really quick to make, and I hope you got inspired by my mix of different mediums, and I hope you got inspired by something. And if you do something with these techniques, please send me a link or something. You will find me from Facebook or somewhere, because I really love to see your work. So let me turn the camera and say goodbye for all. This is my studio, by the way, and it's so messy right now, just like I am. Okay, camera just drop off. Is it better? Okay, stay still. Great. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you'll see me soon, and I will see you. Okay, no any wise words at this point of this evening. Oops. But thank you all for watching, and I really hope you learned something. And again, thank you for watching, and have a good night or day or evening or afternoon or something. And thank you Riikka, and thank you Keren for having me, and it would be a pleasure to do this again and again and again and every Monday. So I'm doing goodbye. So long.